Good evening and a warm welcome. It's Saturday, the 26th of January 2019. You're joining us on Prime TV News. Here are the stories making your headlines tonight. A program has been implemented to pay salaries to the disabled soldiers until they live. The Kalutara Commercial Complex and Common Market built will be vested with the public tomorrow. Minister Ravi Karunanayake says steps will be taken to generate electricity with a minimum cost. The national program to protect agricultural crops from the Sena caterpillar was launched today. And in headlines overseas, the US Senate passes a bill to reopen the government for 3 weeks. And now for the news in detail. A program has been implemented to pay salaries to the disabled soldiers until they live with the intervention of President Maithripala Sirisena. Salaries and allowances were paid to the wives and dependents of the war heroes of the three armed forces and the soldiers who passed away during operations, terrorist activities or when implementing law and order until the age of 55 years. Steps have been taken to make the payments lifelong on the instructions of President Maithripala Sirisena. The necessary measures in this regard are to be taken within the next 2 months. During a meeting at the Presidential Secretariat, it was revealed that steps have been taken to solve this long-standing issue. The disabled soldiers made 8 requests to the President. Steps have been taken to provide solutions to all those problems under the guidance of the President. The National Forum of Disabled and Soldiers who Passed Away, representatives of war heroes, district and national organization has been called for the meeting. The President was commended for his constant intervention to solve the problems of the war heroes by identifying their issues. The Kalutara Commercial Complex and Common Market, built under the Sukhita Purabara program, will be vested with the public tomorrow under the patronage of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. The main administrative and commercial city of the Kalutara district is the Kalutara town. It is an important urban area under the Western Province Megapolis plan. The Kalutara town is developed under the Sukhita Purabara program, and according to the Western Province Megapolis plan, Kalutara Common Market is consisted of 158 shops. 186 million rupees has been spent to build the shops. 288 million rupees has been spent to build another 173 shops at Station Road Commercial Complex. The project is implemented with all facilities for the commuting public. The project will be vested with the public with the participation of Minister Patali Champiga Ranavaka and a group of parliamentarians. Minister Ravi Karunanayake says steps will be taken to generate electricity with a minimum cost without burdening the public. The minister mentioned this at the inauguration of the second day of the Footwear and Leather Fair. The exhibition has been organized jointly for the 11th time by the Industrial Development Board, Sri Lanka Export Development Board and the Association of Footwear and Leather Goods Producers. Traders representing India, Pakistan, China and other countries were present at the exhibition at the BMICH, Colombo. A group of people, including Minister Rishad Badiuddin, was present on the occasion. Moving on with the news, the national program to protect agricultural crops from the Sena caterpillar was launched today from the Hurulu Ella Reserve area of the Mahaveli Development Scheme. The national program to educate the public on the epidemic was commenced today from the Hurulu Ella area under the direction of the Presidential Task Force to eliminate the Sena caterpillar. Agriculture instructors of Dambulla, Kalveher Agriculture School, instructors of Mahaveli Development Scheme and the students who are following higher diploma at the agriculture schools joined in the program. The programs were implemented at Madatugava, Galkiriagama, Kalundava, Sigiriya and Palugastamana areas. Minister Sajith Premadasa says the groups who are trying to grab power through shortcuts are engaged in a conspiracy to instigate racism and extremism. The minister mentioned this on the occasion to vest with the public the Gayatripuram Reawakened Village. The Gayatripuram Reawakened Village, built at Ampara Tirukkovil, was vested with the public under the patronage of Minister Sajith Premadasa. Over 30 million rupees has been spent by the government to build the village with 35 houses. Several other programs, including the granting of BISRI loans for low-income recipients, took place on the occasion. The Russian friendship delegation was welcomed at the parliamentary complex under the patronage of Speaker Karu Jayasuriya. The leader of the Russian delegation, astronaut Valery Ivanovich Takharov, said that they hope to implement many programs to further enhance relations between Russia and Sri Lanka. Speaker Karu Jayasuriya said that the country remembers with respect the friendly cooperation of Russia. Meanwhile, the bust of the world's first astronaut, Yuri Gagarin, was unveiled with the participation of the delegation, including Mr. Valery Ivanovich Takharov. Several Russian books were presented to the public library on the occasion. A group of people, including Colombo Mayor Rosi Senanaika, President's advisor Dr. Saman Veerasinghe, Russian Deputy Ambassador in Sri Lanka Igor Karayevich, Director of the Russian Cultural Center Anastasia Haklova, and a group of people were present on the occasion. Still at home, providing ambulances to government hospitals in all the districts are underway under several stages. The ambulances are being provided with the aim of further uplifting the provincial health services. 6 hospitals in the Kalutara district were provided with ambulances at the Kalutara district secretariat. It took place under the patronage of Provincial Health Minister Sumit Lal Mendes. Each ambulance is reported to value more than 10 million rupees. 54 acres in the north, which were under the army, were handed over to the owners under the patronage of the commander of the 56th Brigade, Major General Prabhat Dimata Manpitia. These measures are being taken on the instructions of President Maithripala Sirisena. People in Vavuniya, Settikulam and other areas were handed over 54 acres. A group of people, including divisional secretaries of the relevant areas, were present on the occasion. The Vavuniya District Agrarian Service Development Department Assistant Commissioner K. Vijay Kumar said that the harvest of more than 100,000 metric tons of paddy is expected from the Vavuniya district. Assistant Commissioner K. Vijay Kumar said that cultivating of abandoned paddy fields and new tanks have contributed to the increased harvest. Several tanks in Vavuniya district and abandoned paddy fields have been developed under the national program to renovate tanks and to cultivate abandoned paddy fields. 3,000 more hectares of paddy have been cultivated in the Maha season when compared with the last year. The government has taken steps to build a new housing project with 114 houses at the Puttalam district. The new housing project in the Puttalam district has been allocated to low-income recipients, public servants, journalists and artists. Each house at the project will be allocated with a 15-perch plot of land, which is being implemented on a concept of President Maithripala Sirisena. Canada, Germany, Singapore and Malaysia are providing financial assistance for the project, which is being built on a land of 8 acres. Moving on with the news, one of the 2 military personnel who were killed while on UN peacekeeping duties is a resident of Pulatisipura in Polonnaruwa. An army captain and a corporal died in an attack while on UN peacekeeping missions in Mali. Their deaths were caused by a high explosive device activated by a remote control. Another 3 injured in the explosion. The 32-year-old deceased captain H.W. Dinesh Jayavikrama is a resident of Pulatisipura in Polonnaruwa. His remains are scheduled to be taken to his home within the next few days. The community program to protect the environment around Sripada Sthana took place today. It has been organized by the Link Natural Private Company and ITN. The assistance of public institutions and local government organizations have been given to the program. Cleaning up to the Sripada Sthana from Ginigathena Diagala Junction through Norton Bridge to Nallathanya took place under the program. 15 teams of volunteer organizations and school students are giving their assistance to the program, which aims to protect the environment of Sripada Sthana for present and future generations. Steps have been taken to douse a fire which broke out at a 4-storied house in Navala. The fire erupted at a 4-storied house on the 8th Avenue in Navala. Fire brigades of Maradana, Kotte and Sri Lanka Air Force doused the fire. The house has been heavily damaged in the fire. Investigations are continuing to find the cause of the fire. And finally, in local news, police have arrested 2 suspects along with narcotic pills at Ampara, Samanture. The illegal narcotic pills have been found after searching a luxury bus on information received by Crimes Investigations Division of the Samanture police. They said that suspects had 15,000 narcotic pills with them. And that wraps up the news bulletin for tonight. You can log on to www.itnnews.lk for more information. Sasankadas for Prime TV News. Thanks for watching. Good night.